Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're getting stuck into Season 2 of this rebuilding Sussex, where we're going to take them from the bottom league to win all three competitions in the English pyramid. Today we're doing it a bit different. We are going to use PowerBI to sign some players. So the season's just finished. We wrapped up last episode. A decent season for us, finishing in a good position, getting promoted to the County Championship Division 1, an average run out in the Royal London Cup, but a quarter-final appearance in the Blast. Which does mean I've got us down as being the fourth best team in the country. So what we did, we worked out a power rating system. I created all of these in real life for teams, and they were at www.leadingedgecricket.com, but that got taken down. So our county championship rating was exceptional on the season. We were the third best team in the league. Points are awarded based on the amount of points you get in the season and finishing positions and promotions, relegations, winning titles. Same with the Royal London Cup and same with the Blast. And what it gives you overall, it says that we are the fifth best team in the country. Lancashire overall, the best team in the country, which is quite incredible considering they didn't win a competition, but they were just consistent throughout. If we have a look at this, third in the Blast, third best team in the Championship and sixth in the Royal London Cup. Essex, who went and won Division 1, interestingly enough, terrible in the Royal London Cup and terrible in the Blast. On top of that, we created a rating system for players in the game as well. So this is based very similar to how the cricket draft works, but the amount of points and quality points that people get. So for instance, you're looking at the best batter in the game. In the County Championship, Pajara scored 2,409 points. Carter in second at 2,295. Excellent performance with the ball. The best bowler, Finch, we know he was exceptional. His numbers were astronomical. His 81 wickets in the County Championship this season were incredible. Hence, he's ended up with the most amount of points for the bowling. And overall, the best player in the game was actually Wian Mulder, who was worth a lot of points with the bat. Not quite so much with the ball, but genuinely quality all-rounder. And we've done the same. There's the same information with the Blast. It's based on different variants. So it's based on, the Blast is based on wickets, it's based on how many dot balls you get, and there's points awarded for that. And then there's points awarded if you bowl more than 2 overs and your economy rate is at a certain state. And batting, it's the amount of runs you get bonus points for hitting certain milestones, negatives for scoring poorly, or negatives for scoring slowly, and positives for scoring fast. So it's pretty detailed and gives you a really good baseline to see how good a player actually is after one full season on the game. Overall, most points on the season, Wian Mulder. He's had an excellent season. As now we go forward, try and work through our contract re-signing. Because at the moment, I feel like we've got a few spaces in this team. Ali Orr and Tom Haines were exceptional this year, as was Carter. Finn Hudson-Prentice was great. Ollie Robinson, George Garton, great. But I feel for Division 1, we're going to look at middle order players. We had Pajara and Steve Smith and Tom Alsop. But I'd love Alsop to be a backup for a couple of players. Wicketkeeper, can we get an upgrade on Carter? And seamers, well, Stephen Finn, can he do it in Division 1 at about 36 years old? Don't know. It's going to be hard. And we need an update on spinner Carlson as well. For the Blast, Ali Orr's at the top. I think Tom Haines is worth his weight in gold in this competition. But if there's something better, then I'm going to have a little look. Carter was good. Alsop was good. But, you know, he could fall into that backup position. But he had a strike rate of about 170 last year. Another middle order player, another wicketkeeper. And can we get a decent spinner as well? I think for me, the Royal London Cup is just whoever's left. And we play our young team and try and work the way up. So confirmation on the season. Durham won the Royal London Cup. Northants won the Blast. Cardiff the 100. Essex winning the Championship. Pajara ticking off most runs in the Championship. Was how good Ali Orr was in comparison to everyone else. So what I did here, this is a view of batting average and strike rate. And Ali Orr all the way up here in the Championship had the second highest average of opening batters in the competition. He did it at a slow strike rate, but he, away from that, exceptional. Whereas Tom Haines all the way down here scored his at a much faster rate, but his batting average was slightly lower. Same again looking at the Blast. Ali Orr averaging over 50 in the Blast at a strike rate of 149 is exceptional. This is for players opening the batting with a minimum of, I think it was 300 runs. Tom Haines, much faster strike rate, lower average. Great seasons for them both, really. And Royal London Cup, look at that. Ali Orr leading the way, 53 average, 105 strike rate. There's not many players coming near what he achieved in the season. So contracts up on quite a lot of players. We've got 566,000 and we've got some decisions to make. Finn Hudson-Prentice was exceptional last year but was injured. So I am going to give him just a 1-year contract. George Garton was exceptional, didn't get called up, but he's got some England duty in his future. I'm going to give him a 2-year deal. Ollie Carter, bright young prospect, we give him 3 years. 2 young players. Did they do enough to give us any indication that they are going to be a player for the future? Well, they played some cricket. I don't think they played the Blast. No, they didn't play the Blast. They played the Royal London competition, and neither of them really set the world alight. So that's slightly disappointing. I'll come back to that. Tom Alsop's going to get signed up for another couple of years. He's getting a reduction in salary of 7,000, so I'm quite happy about that. Pujara and Smith, neither of them fully available. Shipley, don't even know who you are, didn't play you, don't know what you're doing on the team. Question is, do we give Stephen Finn at 33,000? I think we give Steve Finn another year, nothing more than that. And Delray Rawlings, I think, does have a place in this team at some point in the future, and he's getting a reduction of salary by about $1,000. So it's leaving us quite a lot of money left over here to be able to make some good signings. Pujara and Smith were exceptional, but I might just have a quick look at the market to see what's around, to see what we can get. I'm a bit disappointed with these two. I know Pollock's only 19, but I think I'm only going to go with one extension here, and I think it's going to be young Pollock. He's worth more money, and he's averaging 48. We're going to do it. So we're going to say bye to a few players. Ward's going to go. Ibrahim, excellent 19-year-old player. Oh, do we just give him a year? Are we actually going to invest? I don't think I'm going to invest anything into him. Pujara, Smith, McAndrew, Khan and Shipley all going on the way, but we may re-sign someone. So we've actually put ourselves in a pretty decent position here. We've got 300,000 left to spend, and the team is still looking like this. So I think if we start with the County Championship, because I feel there's good money associated to that, is there a middle order batter that we can bring in? And there's actually a couple of players here that I think are quite exceptional. So what we're going to do, we're going to have a look at them in Power BI and see what sort of players we're looking at. So we've got a bit of Josh Bohannon, who's an exceptional player. We've got Jones, we've got Luke Wells, all had great seasons. Jake Libby in real life is one of the finest openers in the game. So here we go. Let's have a look at the County Championship records last season for all these players. Now, Jake Libby is an opener. Genuine, exceptional player of spin in real life as well. One of the best in the country. But Libby didn't have a great year playing Division 2 cricket. Bohannon averaged 36 in the Championship. And I know he's a better player than that. Interestingly enough, his average of 36 was 38% better. But look at Jones. Jones only played 6 games. Only 3 scores above 50, but one of them was a big 150. Whereas Josh Bohannon, 2 centuries to his name during the 9 innings, which I think is a really good effort. Both against Surrey, which is a good team in the division. And he scores his runs at a greater rate. Jones's 108 balls per dismissal is exceptional. But I think looking at it, I think Josh Bohannon gives us the better bang for your buck on this. Also, he didn't play in the Royal London Cup. Did he play in the Blast? He did play in the Blast, but he wasn't a great player in the Blast. So you're kind of getting a one-format player, whereas Jones, average of 29, a strike rate of 161 in the Blast, might give you a little bit more. Bit disappointing from Bohannon that. I was hopefully going to get something better because I feel he's the best Championship cricketer there out there. But actually, Jones is probably the better player overall. Averages great numbers, a good strike rate, where if you look at Bohannon's rate overall, his T20 strike rate of 95 isn't quite going to cut it. So we are going to go with Jones on a 2-year deal to come and bat in the middle. We spoke about having an upgrade on wicketkeeper as well, and there's a couple that's here up for grabs. Brooke Guest and James Bracey. And this is a comparison between the 3. So Carter's obviously our wicketkeeper from last year. We look at the Championship because that's where we're starting off. Bracey, 1,000 runs. average of 39, balls per dismissals about. Brook gives you slightly better strike rate, but that average 35% better than the top 7 or top 6 players in the matches he played in exceptional. So Brace is probably winning that at the moment. Royal London Cup, they both played and both had reasonable competitions. Bracey with a strike rate of 100. And in the Blast, it's a toss-up between Brook and Bracey. They're both good players, both getting it done. Strike rates of 140, I really like that. Bracey with the most. I think possibly we look to try and bring in James Bracey, you know. I feel like this would be a good signing across all competitions. 23% better for Brook, 27% better for Bracey. It's touch and go. They're definitely better than what we've got with Carter at the moment, but Carter's got potential. And they're both 36 grand. Bracey gives you the left-handed option, which is going to give him the nod, and I'm going to give him a 3-year deal. We are going all out. Which means the team is starting to take shape. Now we need a seamer, a spinner, and another top-order batter. This is an interesting view. So this gives you runs and wickets that people scored across all competitions. There's a few filters on this. Someone's averaging more than 30 and they've taken over 20 wickets. That's kind of what I want to look at. Now if we look at the championship, there's 2 all-rounders in the game that are head and shoulders above everyone else, I feel. Liam Mulder's 68 wickets and 1,230 runs. But Matt Critchley's 60 wickets of spin at Essex, which is a turning wicket, but he's a bowler that takes wickets, and he's a spinner, and he's scored 1,000 runs. Drops down in the Blast in terms of wickets, but still a good performance, and didn't play in the Royal London Cup. Liam Dawson, who had a great season in real life, is on the list as well, but didn't score half as near as many runs in the championship, hardly any. So I think we've got to do what we can to bring Critchley in. You're getting an absolute elite player. Like nothing in the championship gets near to what he's gone and achieved. Bit of England duty to contend with, but we're going to give him a 3-year deal. And Jones has signed. Bracey wants more money. I think he's worth it. I'll go up to 40 for you, mate. And Critchley wants more money. Northant's coming in big. I'm going to go up to 52 because, in fact, I'm 53 because I feel he's worth it. So we've still got 2 offers on the table at the moment. Just want to have a sneaky look at the youth team to see if there's anything exceptional. There's a guy averaging 85. Dix is averaging 63. That could be a signing, so we'll keep that in mind. I just want to see if there's a ready-made seamer that could come in and hit the ground running for us, who took a bag load of wickets. Chris Rushworth's there. He could do a job for us, couldn't he? Yes, he's old. Yes, he's old. 36, 37. But he could do a job. Still want to try and tie up an overseas player to bat in the top. But averaging 63. What else have you got for me? Average aggression, you can work with that. Pace ball preference. One day number 8. That's quite unusual. That's a little bit of a red flag. What about this guy, Ellery? Opener in all formats. Aggressive natured player. Oh, there's a lot to like about that. I don't know whether I'm going to be able to get them all, but... Okay, so just rolling back to this problem about trying to find another seamer. Looking in the County Championship, I've nailed it down to 4, really. Joe Leach from Worcester, Dylan Pennington, Matty Quinn, Chris Rushworth. Now, on paper, Rushworth is by far the best bowler. Just looking at this, his 63 wickets are outstanding. But Quinn took 50 wickets as well, at a better strike rate. We can rule out Pennington for his strike rate being horrendous. Joe Leach gives you runs, but I feel like our batters should carry that. His economy rate of 4.16 is a massive worry as well. He was playing D2 cricket last year. But Rushworth 3.28, that's control. He's playing D1 cricket. Okay, we're down to 5 players. Pennington, Najjar, Quinn, Leach and Rushworth. In terms of County Championship, it's not even close. I think Chris Rushworth is the best player out of these. However, Quinn had an exceptional season. He isn't that young, so I don't feel like it makes that much of a difference. In terms of the Blast, neither of them played. So you're not getting that cross-format sort of guy. Najjar did play with a 106 plus average. and he got some game time in that. But I feel we're here to try and win the championship. Who are you going to win the championship with? I feel like it's going to be Chris Rushworth. So based on him, historically, being the best player in this format, I'm going to offer him a 1-year deal. And James Brace is signed, Matt Critchell is signed, and Chris Rushworth has signed. That means our championship team is looking very strong. We've always got a Tom Alsop that we could actually go and roll into this number 3 slot, but it would be good to find someone else that could do that. And interestingly enough, Josh Bohannon and Luke Wells are still on the board. So is Ellery, who we know is multi-format, aggressive young player. The thing that we've got to take into account is we've only got 122,000 left, which doesn't sound like much, but actually is, if we use the money wisely. If we spend 100 grand on an overseas player, it's not quite going to work. So I'm going to go in on Josh Bohannon to come in and bat at 3. And I'm also going to go in on this young Ellery here to see if we can sign him up. Which Josh Bohannon is signed, but Ellery wants more money. Okay, so signing's done. Josh Bohannon comes into the team, so that's giving us 4 new players. Ellery comes in as a backup for the championship and a backup for the Blast. And we've still got 49,000 left. So the question is there another seamer that's any good at T20 competitions that we could sign? Only one that's out there is Liam Dawson, which might be, imagine having Dawson and Critchley in the team. Maybe it's spin overload. We'd be better off with a seamer. Is that Luke Wood? Is Luke Wood not very good on this game? 50 wickets. Why wouldn't we go with Luke Wood? What a player he is. Didn't play this year. Why didn't he play this year? Didn't play the whole year. I'm going to take a punt on Luke Wood. And we're done. We're signed. We've done the off-season. One thing we didn't need was another left-arm seamer, but it's Luke Wood. He's a genuine T20 player. Job offers from Surrey. No, thank you. Time to get stuck into the Championship in Division 1. Challenge Trophy. Yeah, we'll see how we go with this. Interesting sort of group. Runners up Somerset, but everyone else pretty much grouped, so it's not a bad one to have, and then we're always in the same group for the T20 competition. The way we're going to line up first game. Interesting. Borden Jones going, oh yeah, Jones is going to be the guy who's going to bat at 4. It actually selected him to bat down the order, and it had Ellery in the team, who gets a name update because he was bought as a free agent in the second year as a young player. So I feel this is, on paper, a good team. Haynes or Bohannon, great. I've got question marks on Jones, but, made my bed, I'm going to line it. Carter getting a step up in standard. See how he goes. James Brace is a good player. Critchley and Hudson Prentice and Garton. That gives us a huge tail. And seamers, it gives us Rushworth, Robinson, Garton and Prentice. In terms of backups, we've got Carvelas, who started for us last year. We've got Steve Finn, who had a good season. Crocombe, Curry, Luke Wood can come in. Plenty of options and spin back up for Critchley. We've obviously got Carson, who spanned for us last year. So here we go. First game of the season, going up against Lancashire. Bohannon against his first team. They've brought in Wayne Madsen. They've got Babar Azam. Mitchell Stark and Jimmy Anderson. This is going to be... it's going to be a trial. Trial indeed. Babar Azam goes big, Butler goes big, Newlands goes big, Livingston goes big, Mahmood scored a 50 down the order, Keaton Jennings scored a 50. We had no consistency or fluency to our bowling. Garton, incredible, 7 for 88, but Rushworth, Prentice, Critchley and Robinson all struggled. And we've took a hammering. We've lost by 7 wickets. They got the 5-2-5 and then we scored 212. Bracey and Bohannon with the only partnership, but top order failed. 5 for 119, but this is an international bowling attack. Anderson, Saqib Mahmood, Mitchell Stark taking all 10 of the wickets. But we fought back bravely, I thought, in the next innings. We were following on. Josh Bohannon with a well-made gritty 50. I think we'll see a lot of grittiness from him. Nothing from Jones, that's a concern. But this is it. The length of the batting. 50 for Bracey, Critchley and Prentice gave us a shot from 4 for 108 to 3-7-4 all out, but they got home, they win the game. It could be a difficult season if I've made the wrong choice of signing in Jones. I am going to give him a few games though, considering I went and invested $38,500 for 2 years. Hopefully this is more of an even contest. Going up against Warwickshire, Rob Yates, England Lions, Sam Haynes, Ed Barnard, Matt Kuhneman's the overseas player, two bowlers, Ishan Sodhi as well. Liam Norwell's great on the game. Almost bought Oliver Hannon-Dolby, he was on the market. It's all Stevens halfway through. Warwickshire bowled out for 316. Again, we're just lacking a bit of firepower getting through this middle order, but Robinson and Garton pretty good. Critchley, good to see him pick up a couple of wickets. But with the bat, a little inconsistent. Bracey's continued his good start to the season. Really happy with what he's done. But Tom Haynes, taking the step up to Division 1 cricket for the first time in his career, goes and bags himself a very well-made 100 off 218 minutes, 193 balls, a strike rate of 56. It's very Tom Haynes-like. First win of the campaign. We blew him away in the second innings for 132. 4 for Garton, 3 for Rushworth. I was having moments going, have I made the right decision with Rushworth, bringing him in, old-timer, playing against his former team, 3 for 12, ran through the middle order, gave us a chance to win, and 136 for 3. Josh Bohannon, steady as you like. He's going to be our Kane Williamson, steady the ship to get us home. 1 for 1 from 2. Third game going up against Glamorgan. Kieran Carlson, excellent year in real life. Sam North East, good players. Douthwaite always takes wickets on this game. Always. He can go for a few, but he can take them. Halfway stage, 57 run lead. Bowled them out for 180. Good performances again. Robinson cleaned up the tail pretty much. But Finn Hudson-Prentice coming of age. So bowlers starting to get it going. Batters, there's a little bit of inconsistency. Ali Orr's not got going this year at all. He's in woeful form. Jones hasn't done anything. Carter's not done anything. But Bracey and Critchley down the order, getting it done, giving us a lead of 57. And we do it. We're home. We've won. We bowled them out for 278. Eddie Byron with some runs at the top. But Garden 4. Critchley 4. His form's just starting to heat up nicely. And chasing a difficult about 220 to win. Ali Orr, first scorer of the season, scores 100. Tom Haynes got X. I was trying to smash it at the end, trying to get him through to 100. But a really nice victory. Carter improves his batting technique and then is out injured for 4 days. It's going to give an opportunity in the order for the first time to young Ellery. It may make our middle order quite susceptible, but for 31,000 a year, I feel he's ready to make the leap. Going up against one of the best teams around, Surrey, Sibley, Burns, Steve Smith, Ollie Pope, Will Jacks, Jamie Smith, Jamie Overton, Reece Topley. That is a hell of a team. We're going to bat and we're going to score big. And score big we did. Haynes and Orr, great opening partnership, 153, both dismissed for 73. Bohannon got a fail. Jones scored his first 50 for the club. Really happy to see that. But James Bracey continues to shine. Definitely made the right choice, him over the Derbyshire keeper at the moment. 2 sixes, a strike rate of 50. Excellent form this season. Really happy we've scored big against a great batting lineup. Just as the clouds roll in, we'll have a bowl as well. By thunder by gun, we bowled them out for 251 and George Garton just takes wickets. He's just a walking wicket machine. You need a wicket, you call George Garton. Got Steve Smith, got Rory Burns, got Albert, got Smith, got Jacks. Just incredible performance. 3 for Critchley as well. They're following on 261 and we've got 1.5 days. It's going to end up match drawn. We couldn't get them out. 100 for Sibley, 100 for Burns, 87 for Smith not out. And we tried to have a go at this. We put everyone on maximum aggression and then abruptly aborted when we lost so many wickets. So it's a draw, 9 points to their 7. Very reasonable, mid-table. Ellery with his one performance average 15. Carter's going to come back straight into the lineup. Going up against a Somerset team. Feel like we could do these here. Yes, they've got Overton, Basdaledas signed, Henry and Leach, but that batting lineup, I feel I could get stuck in. Yep, it's going to be hard to win games of cricket when you bowled out for 113. 2 rain delays in the first hour or so of the game, and we got done by Matt Henry in sublime form. Ogborne 4 for 5 as well. That is an absolute spell for the ages. And it's a defeat. It's not a surprise when you score 113, but we put ourselves in a better position. Ali Orr with 150, Critchley with 117 held us together strong. And they knocked off 272, even though they were 5 for 63. I was wrong to think we could get through them. Tom Kohler-Cadmore smashed 106. Baz the leader just chipping away. And Craig Overton, 51 off 31 at the end, gets them home. That is the most disappointing championship loss of the campaign so far. And we bounced back in style against Notts with an innings and 230 run victory. Josh Bohannon 163. That's a daddy 100. His first one for the club. Well batted, sir. Occupation of crease. 419 balls. Absolutely love to see that. And Ali Orr just scores runs wherever he goes. Third century of the season. Just fine form, fine player. All those concerns about making the step up are gone. Carter with a good 86. Critchley with a good 52. But Critchley went and took 11 wickets in the game. 4 for 66 in the first innings. 7 for 27 in the second innings. Only going for 3 boundaries. We bowled them out twice. 22 points. 22 points going into the break. Looking good, actually. 4th position. Not a lot. Wow, not a lot. A lot between us and Somerset at the top. Essex, who won the title last year, languishing. So going into the Blast, Bohannon is injured, which is interesting, but Tom Alsop was fantastic last year, so he's going to get a gig. Jones apparently had a really good strike rate last year, 161, so we're going to give him a go. Ravi Baparo was good with the bat, but horrendous with the ball. So ideally I want to stay away from that. Chris Rushworth doesn't play this format, but we've got Luke Wood in a plethora of left-arm seamers. And we've got Tim L. Mills, who can come into the team as well. So we're going with 3 left-arm seamers, 1 spinner in Matt Critchley. No one with an economy rate under 7 worries me incredibly. What about looking at stats from the year before that? Is there anything? Ravi Papara was 7. Delray Rawlins was 6 anyway. Definitely wasn't 6 last year. We've got Archie Lenham. So this might completely backfire because we've got the balance of the team wrong. But we're going to try it. It's what we've bought them for. And that is an incredible start to the campaign with no one really doing anything with the bat. 27 off 16 for Hudson Prentice down the order. Got us up to 179 in a really strange old innings. Theirs was equally strange at 5 for 30. Great bowling from Galton and Milnes up front. But we just chipped away enough. And we actually gave them a bit of a battering. Look at that. Plus 2.43 net run rate. Tom Haynes has improved the leg side batting to the limit. Love to see it. That's an innings. We've scored 196. Tom Alsop threw away a century, 97 off 53. Ali Orr, 74 not out of 48. And the last over, I thought we were going to get even big. But the last over, we just scored 5. As we go 2 for 2. Critchley with 3 for 30. Really well bowled. Did a good job of restricting the top order. 5 for 91. They're out of the game. Good stuff. Following that with a complete battering against Essex where we scored 96 off 17.3 overs and a run rate of about 6. Whoo, we get home in a doozy against Hampshire. 1 run victory. Ali Orr 64 not out of 48. It's not a lot of runs, but a 133 carrying his bat kind of helped us along till Critchley got along with it. And then this went right down to the wire. They went big at the end. We had a cracking 19th over though. Tim L. Mills, 2 wickets, 1 run. That was really what got us home and gave us the victory. Just outside quarterfinal berth after 4 games. Crikey, we need 1 to win. We're chasing 162 for the victory. Bracey and Critchley's got us out of a hole here. Critchley going massive. He's a wonderful player for us. 1 to win off the last ball. They've got men on the boundary as well. So, oh no, all you had to do was hit the ball. You just had to hit the ball. Match tied. We've thrown that one away. We are going to make 1 change to the team. We're not getting a lot from Carter at 5, so I'm going to bring in Ellery just to see what he's got. Also Jones. That's a bad signing, isn't it? And then the following game, we throw away another one. 161 for 9. This is a strange innings. Brace's 91 was the only score of the whole innings, and everyone else failed around him. And then 167, they managed to get across the line with 1 wicket remaining. Hudson Prentice took 2 wickets. in the 19th over, and with 4 balls to go, Luke Wood got smashed for a 6. Does mean 6 games down. We are just on the cusp of trying to get into the quarters. We're in for the win, but we made a change. Ravi Bopara came in. I was trying to work out what do we do with that 5-hole with Carter failing and then the young lad coming in and getting a fail. Bought in Bopara, 2 for 26 with the ball, pretty useful. Added 5 off 16 with the bat. Not very useful, but we won the game. 2nd place after 7, yes thank you. Tom Alsop goes and smashes 100. Before this game I just went in my head, I went, he's done nothing other than that 97, and then he goes and does this, 100 off 46 deliveries, and look at that. He had 40 runs off about 30 balls and went absolutely bonsai to take himself up to a ton. That is one of the most incredible hundreds. Just 4s and 6s littered across the place. And we win by 23 runs. They were on top here when Jason Roy was going big, but Critchley 3 for 24. He, out of all the signings they've made, looks a very good signing. How long is Josh Bohannon out injured for? 2 more weeks with a broken finger. We're back to championship action, and we need a number 3. The question is, do we bring in Tom Alsop, who's been consistent for us? Averaged 35 last year. Or do we bring in Ellery? I think we're going to go with Tom Alsop, who, with a century and a 97 to his name, is in pretty decent form overall. Whew, we got home. I thought I'd screwed this up. We did well here. Ali Orr with 145, just being a championship phenom. 4th century of the season. That's 2 more than he got last year, averaging 61. Great form. Bracey 50, Alsop 50. We cleaned them up for 176 with Garden taking a 5, Robinson with a 4. We could have incurred or proceeded with the follow-on. Chose not to because it was day 3, session 1 early doors. Scored a quick 195, going at about 4 and over. You see, we're trying to get on with it. Didn't quite work. But the pitch was turning and it got down to a level 1 turning pitch. And we're just able to go and turn the knife on it. Excellent performance. Keeps us in contention around this top 3, top 4 sort of position. Home. Another win in the T20 competition. We let them off good and proper here. We had them 3 for 37. And they were really going slow. Theirs is the green line here. And then a board on Ravi Bopara and they went through the roof. But we managed to get home. Alsop a really fast 50 one more time. That is crazy. How the hell have we won that? We scored 170. We should have got more. But look at Ravi. 38 of 24. Getting it done. Big Rav. And then with the ball, they're on top here. 2 for 95. Cruising. They're the blue line, absolutely cruising. And look at this. Who comes on to bowl there? Ravi Bopara, 2 for 26 off 4 overs. Gets us home by 2 runs, puts us top. Yeah, smashed in this one. Ravi was 74, but I bowled in 1 over too many. He was bowling really well and then went for 3 6s in an over. Smashed him. Glamorgan bowled out for 105 here. Left arm barrage of Mills, Garton and Wood getting through them early doors. We held on for an okay score of 171. Ali Orr batted well. Jones, this is going to go down as the worst signing I've ever made. Bohannon, good signing in the county championship, but that's not working out. But we are top. What a knock. 533. We're back in the championship, and Ali Orr is just getting it done time and time again. 297 this time at a strike rate of 69.2. The man is... there is a filter on this. I didn't think there was a... you can... Okay, you can filter it by international games, but not other games. That's stupid. Come on, game. Average is 79 now. Over 1,000 runs from 14 innings. 5 centuries. He's incredible. And we're giving ourselves a chance here. Warwickshire fought back with 2-3-1. Good performance. And we've gone and blitzed almost 245 overs. Tom Haynes with 100 at a strike rate of 77. I think that's his second one of the season, averaging 38. Ali Orr with another 50 at a really good rate of 75. And Tom Alsop got us there. So we've got about 2.5 sessions on a decent track to bowl them out. Let's try. That's backfired so bad. Sam Hain with 121 off 158 goes and knocks them off in 2 and a bit sessions with title aspirations gone with the loss, but that's That's poor form on my behalf. Should have known better. At least it's T20 game now. Ollie Robinson's away, but T20 stuff is going well. You know, we're going to make the quarterfinals. Might even top the group. Whoa. James Bracey's gone 6-6-4, 6-4-6. That's 32 in an over. New highest total for our team. Who would have thought it? 261. Ali Orr 70. Haynes 58. 50 for Bracey. 49 for Critchley. We've absolutely bloody butchered it. They gave it a good go. 191, but never in doubt. Luke Ward going at 5.5. That's... What a player. What a player. For Henderson Prentice. 25 and over. And it's another win. Another score of 200. Tom Haynes just coming into form at the right time. Coming near finals season. A 58 and an 81 off what's generally been a relatively disappointing T20 campaign. But when he scores fast. Tom Haynes improved their fast bowling technique to the limit. I tell you what, he just keeps making strides, that lad. Does mean semi-finals, quarterfinals are set against Warwickshire. And we're going to be doing it without Jones, who's out injured, who just played his best knock of the season. Does cause us some concern. We haven't really got a ready-made replacement that can come in and just butcher the ball. Bohannon's not a butcher of the ball. Delray Rawlings could be. Man, that's a weak batting lineup, isn't it? That doesn't feel like a very good batting lineup. We have got Jofra Archer available to us, but we're winning games of cricket. We're going to go without him. Insert regret that comment. We get home in the quarterfinals. 177 Warwickshire score. Decent performance. Finn Hudson-Prentice after going at 25s and 24s in the previous games with a 5.50 economy rate. But Tom Haynes, third game in a row, just butchering the ball to the boundary, scores 81. We get home. We are going to finals day. And O'Glenn has been promoted for the rest of the season. This is interesting. What sort of... Oh, he's a batter. I wanted a bowler, but... 26 grand. Very defensive. Ooh, single format player maybe. So Carter's injured. We're back in the championship. Carter's injured. So Allsop's going to drop down. Jones has been a really poor signing. I'm going to drop him down to number 5. Allsop at 4. Still not happy with how we're doing with the top of that order. Ollie Robinson's away on international duty. So Jofra Archer, for the first time in the series, is going to play championship cricket. It's negative, but we've had to play out for a draw. 127 for 4. Haynes and Critchley with hundreds, both 113s in the first innings. We bowled really well. Garton with 4 for Jofra Archer, even picked up wickets. But this second innings, they went big. We asked them to follow on and we just didn't have the legs in us. Huge 225-run opening partnership. It's a draw. There's a big golfing clash between Division 1 and Division 2, and I just feel at times our bowlers in our middle order isn't quite there. But it's T20 time. And what are we going to do? Jones is back, so Jones can come in for Rawlins. Rawlins, who, to be fair, a 127 strike rate from the 9 games that he's played this season. They're not all for us. He's only played 1 for us. So, yeah, let's see how we go. T20 semi-final, going up against a good Somerset team with Smead and Banton. Baz the leader up there, Tom Abel. They've got batting for days. Look at the all-rounders going down. We've got to score big. Ali Orr's just scored a 50 off 15 balls. Woohoo! That's massive. Power play's over. 91 for none off 6, going at 15s. And he's gone to 100 off 44 balls. Haynes goes to 100 off 54 balls and gets out. As we finish on 273. Ali Orr is simply incredible on this game. You talk about cheat code, or I spoke about cheat code. He scored 773 blast runs. And we get home by 63. They score a few, but Finn Hudson-Prentice, 3 for 36. That's just incredible. Tom Haynes... we only can do international ones on this. But Tom Haynes is just in the most incredible form. Look at that. First class hundreds. Smashing it in the blast. He's gone from having an average season to an excellent season. And we're going to be playing Lancashire in the final. First final, first chance to try and tick off one of these 3 goals that we've got, that we've set ourselves to achieve. The team's looking pretty solid. Jones is still a terrible signing, but Allsop's been great. He's been really great. 440 runs, couple of centuries to his names. Bopara's got it done with a strike rate of 144. Sometimes bowls okay. Critchley, good. Bowlers generally good. Tim Milne's potentially the most expensive, but his strike rate's reasonable as well. But Luke Wood, 7.90 economy rate. Anything less than 8 is like high, ultra class. It's the final. Lancashire, Babar Azam, Butler, Livingston, Jennings, Salt, Stark, Mahmood, Parkinson. They've just got the best team on the game. And it's not good. 136, the bubble burst. Mitchell Stark ran through Haynes and Ali Orr. He ran through Jones. Bopara got a 50 but got out at the end. It's not going to be enough. The golfing class of that bowling attack compared to ours is huge. They need 20 off the last 6 balls. We've given ourselves a chance, and it's been Tim Milne's going at 5s, Luke Wood at 4s. The seamers are exceptional, and Ravi came on and gave us 2 overs. Can we get home? Stark, Mahmood, 20 to win off 6 balls. Mills to Mahmood. Oh, he smashed it. He smashed it for 4. They need 16 off 5. Mills to Mahmood. Oh, he smashed that as well. No, it's gone for 6. They need 10 off the last 4. No, they don't. No, they don't. Don't tell me he's just bowled a wide, and that's the win. We've done it. 8-wicket victory. We have won the Blast. Second season, Hudson Prentice man of the match, 4 for 21. We've done it. We are 1 of the 3 down, and I think we can all be fair and say that we are the best team in this competition by a long way, and that Ali Orr is the best batter in this competition by a long way. 775 runs, a high score of 45. Both of those are the best. An average in the 50s. Of anyone that scored more than 201 runs, that's the best. 750s, that's the best. What a season he's had. And with the wickets, Luke Wood, 30 wickets, strike rate of 12, economy of 7.70. That is an absolute steal. Hudson Prentice, good again. He's good at everything he does. Everything he touched turns to gold. Matt Critchley, great signing, 24 wickets at 21. Back to championship action. Can we try and get something out of this championship season? We're safe. We're going to keep staying where we are. We do need to improve Jones in the middle of the order next time around. And we're going to keep the same team. Robinson's on international duty, so Rushworth, he's 40, averaging 40 plus. I think we only gave him a 1 year. I've been playing this game for a few hours since I recorded that, but I think it's only a 1 year gig. The question is, could we drop him and bring in Luke Wood? Well, yes, the answer is we could. And the answer is yes, we are. It's drawn. I thought we were on for the win at one stage. We scored 509, but it took us over 2 days to do it. Tom Allsop, for all the wanting to move on last year to wanting to move on this year, he just keeps performing. Jones with his first century for us, now averaging 29 in first class cricket. But important knocks because the top order didn't go on and get the big scores. Bowled them out for 296, gave ourselves the follow-on, to which Babar Azam and Josh Butler scored 100, and we just played out the draw. So another good performance, but I feel we're lacking penetration in the bowling attack to challenge the top. A returning Ollie Robinson back into the team, much needed. We need to win virtually every single game from here to try and win the county championship. And it's a win, a big win. Who said, I'm not sure if Tom Allsop can play Division 1 cricket. 181 here. Jonesy with a 52, just starting to find a tiny bit of form, but consistency around that middle order again. Bracey 40, Critchley 50, and then it was a procession. The bowlers got it done. Garton and Robinson give us 20 points and puts us about 25 points back with 3 games to go. This is good. This is a really good season. And we're going to lose Allsop, Bopara, Critchley, Archer, Mills, Garton, Orr and Wood to play in the 100. So Royal London Cup time, and we've got a bit of a gap. Ollie Orr, how are we going to replace him? Well, we're going to give an opportunity to our young lad Ellery, who's coming into the team. Tom Allsop's away, but Carter's ready to come back in. Critchley's out. Luke Wood's out. But we do have Rushworth. It's interesting to see if these players are good enough to make the leap here. We need a spinner, so Carlson's going to come in. And then all-rounder, I don't know if we've picked one. I think we've picked 4 good bowlers would be an ideal situation to be in. Stephen Finn is going to come into the team. Rushworth and Robinson with the new ball. Bracey could bat a lot higher than this, couldn't he? But that's how we're going to start up. Tom Haynes, skipper. How are we going to go in the Royal London Cup? They've got KL Rahul playing in the Royal London Cup. That feels wrong. And it's a win. Bowl them out for 220. Finn Hudson-Prentice, I took 4 for. Yeah, but it's how you take your 4 for. This was quite incredible. What over was it? But he took 4 wickets in the 38th over. We took 5 wickets in 7 balls with Carlson taking 1. Absolutely ripped them apart after their top order did pretty well. We got home and it's Jonesy. Who would have thought it? The person that every time he plays I'm going, oh yeah, he's not quite that good. Well, Royal London Cup, he's finding his level. Was a little bit worried with the bowling attack. Rushworth going at 6s wasn't ideal, so I'm just going to keep an eye on that. Robbo goes through them 6 for 34. Is he still playing Test cricket? Yeah, he is. 17 wickets at 25 this year, 61 at 27 last year. But hey, Royal London Cup, let's give him a bowl, give him a game, and look what he goes and does. And we get home pretty easy. 9 wickets, Tom Haynes, 135. He is having some season, isn't he? He's just, the form he's in has been astronomical. I know he only averaged 28, but it's his 179 strike rate there, 100 strike rate in this competition. Competition that he only averaged 24 in with the highest of 34 last year. And we're home again with another win. Carter 66 not out, Tom Haynes with another 85. Interesting enough, didn't get a lot of the strike, but a well-rounded performance. Ellery as well since he's come in. I know he didn't work out in T20, we only gave him 1 game in first class, but 2 back-to-back 50s at the moment, and Ollie Robinson continuing a fine piece of bowling in the Royal London Cup. And he's improved his batting technique. Go on, Ellery. Oh, Robbo's gone. Robbo's on international duty, and he has been the star of our bowling. So Harry Crocombe is going to come into the team. Makes me feel a little uneasy. We've lost a class bowler. Wow, we've got out a hole there. We've scored 293. But we were 5 for 79, and Bracey and Hudson-Prentice come in at 6 and 7, put on 209. Look at that, a little bit of static before a big growth towards the end. We got ourselves out of jail and given ourselves a chance. And the Crocombe bringing up works. 2 for 31 for him. We managed to get home. Stephen Finn with some wickets. It wasn't easy. They were well in the game up the top. You know, Rolofson, that's easy to say, and Hodgson with 40 kept it tight, but could this be the year of a Royal London Cup win? I never win this competition on the game. And another victory. Finn Hudson-Prentice, hat-trick. Lewis, Pramac, Barker, all gone. He ends up with figures of 6 for 43. Josh Bohannon and Scotty Carter just cruises home. No one with the bat is like ultra performing at the moment. We had the 100 from Haynes. But everyone just consistently averaging 30s and things like that. Except Jones averaging 167, if you want to say that. Chris Rushworth averaging 84 with the ball, but is going at less than 6 and over, so I'm going to keep it going. Can't win them all. Kane Williamson guides Essex to 308. Pretty useful player to be playing in the Royal London Cup. We were just a little bit behind the rate all the way, and when we lost Haynes, it got a bit harder. When we lost Bohannon, it was pretty much game over, and was. But that's a really good position to be in, 10 points. One more win and I think we're in. We won't be adding to the win tally. David Lloyd's played an absolute belter here. 150 not out, a 108 strike rate. Knocks off 269 without much support. Billy Root got a few. But there were periods where I felt we were really, really in this. They just accelerated. They had the odd big over, which was enough just to keep them trucking forward, and fair play, better team won. 1 game to go. You've got to think we're in unless we get battered. Gloucestershire, Worcestershire have to win, and we've got to lose badly. Ollie Robinson's back as well, but Crocombe's going to keep his place with a 4.99 economy rate, and Rushworth is going to drop out. I can't believe we've lost that. Oh, 316 for 7 we scored. Haynes with 132. Cracking campaign for him, averaging 75 with 2 centuries. 90 for James Bracey, batted really well. And they had nothing except Prithee Shaw battering us all around. And then at the end, Buckingham and Weldon somehow got them over the line. It means we're in. Although we've lost, although we've finished third, we've made the quarter-final, which is better than we did last year. Because remember, group placed 7th. So that's a massive improvement without Ali Orr, who, for the sake of it, is back for the quarter-final. George Garton's available as well. He's going to come in. Matt Critchell is still out. But that's a good-looking team now. Let's bring Garton up the order. If we had Critchley, I'd feel really, really confident. There are more changes we could do. We could bring in Tom Alsop, who previous season averaged 91. Well, he always performs. But we could bring him in for Carter, who's averaging 75. Yeah, I'm going to do it. That's a big move, but this is a big game. This is a quarter-final of the Royal London Cup. We've given ourselves a good opportunity here. Ali Orr, 99. Gutted he got out for 99, but 99 nonetheless. Huge partnership with Josh Bohannon, who scored 95. 169 run partnership. Josh Bohannon's been relatively consistent across both formats, averaging 41, 46. Really happy with that. Finn Hudson-Prentice went berserk at the end, just smashing it. 233 strike rate for his 42. So we've given ourselves a chance. We've just got to get rid of a good team that's got Jones, Lees, Tristan Stubbs, Ben Stokes and Beddingham. And we've not done it. They've knocked them off with about 3.5 overs to go. Ben Stokes went wild. 97 he scored. Just cracking player, obviously. And Gary Clark, young Gary Clark with 83 off 54. The thing that did it for us, our seamers weren't horrendous, but carrying a spinner for 10 overs was incredibly difficult. But it's another step forward. We've made the quarter-final. In Championship, we're down to 4th. We need a win, and we need a big win as well. Somerset game in hand. If they lose that and we win ours, let's assume we had 20 points to that, we are right in contention to take it to the wire. We get home in the final session. It's a big win. A massive win against a good team. And we got there thanks to Finn Hudson-Prentice scoring 97. No career first-class centuries to his name. 3 runs shy of making it. Tom Alsop with another 50. We also got 307 for 3 declared while setting them a score. Alsop with 115 off 132. Josh Bohannon with runs. Ali Orr 50 in both innings. And we did them basically with the seam attack. Garton with 3 in that innings and then 1-4-1 all out with the wickets spread around. It puts us with 2 games to go, 32 points behind Somerset, who just don't seem to be able to lose at the moment. Don't worry, just got to go and beat Surrey at Surrey to stay in the title race. That's not going to be easy. Easy job at Surrey, is it? Bowled them out for 151. It was a seamer-friendly deck. Ollie Robinson with 5, 4 in the second innings. He had an absolute day out. But this 357 we scored wasn't easy. And Matt Critchley scored 70 of his runs. I think 70. Yeah, he put on 100 with Ollie Robinson. 70 or 80 of his runs with number 11, who stuck around for 129 balls. That is why we were able to go and get the win. A massive win by 10 wickets. Oh my days, it puts us in second with 1 game to go. Can Somerset just keep winning? That's the question. They are in such fine form. They beat everyone. Oh, Essex beat them. Essex just beat them. And they're honestly, I don't think their batting lineup is all that, but the bowling attack is outstanding. Baz DeLeader, Lewis Gregory, Craig Overton, Matt Henry, Jack Leach. Ella has improved his batting technique. That's what we like to see. As we go into the final game of the season, of the episode. It's a successful episode. It's a successful season. But what is the outcome going to be? Somerset versus Nottinghamshire. Nottinghamshire aren't a pushover. They're 4th in the table. Finished 4th last year. They're going to be a good team. All we can do is control what we've got to do. We've got to win and win big. Get as many points as we can. Put ourselves in a position where hopefully we can win the league. Jones. What do you do with Jones? He's not in fine form. He's actually performed okay. His T20 stuff was rubbish, but his Royal London Cup stuff was okay, averaging 28. His form is woeful. I'm going to make the choice to go with Carter. Biggest game of the season. You're making a change. Why would you do that? I don't actually know why I'm doing that. But bowling wise, everyone's in pretty decent form at the moment. With the bat, 1, 2, 3, 4 players averaging over 50. Bracey averaging 36. Critchley averaging 64. Honestly, that's going to go down as the signing of the series. 842 runs at 64 and 40 wickets at 32. We're playing Glamorgan, who have Virat Kohli in the team. Oh, mate, when did that roll around? But we're going to try and make use of the weather. We've got a chance to get in and have a bowl. Let's do it. Let's get stuck in. And that is a great effort. We've bowled them out for 201. Virat Kohli. Oh, King Kohli, you give it all this. The fact is, Finn Hudson-Prentice got him out. Finn Hudson-Prentice, greatest player that's ever played cricket. Let's be honest. What's going on at Somerset? Somerset, 130 for 2. We could do with them getting rolled. And that is a great performance. Ali Orr, 194. You run out of words after a while to describe the sort of season that he's having. But 1,619 runs with 6 centuries. It's quite an incredible campaign for Ali Orr. 125 for Tom Haynes as well, who's going to solidify a 1,000-run season, 4 centuries in Division 1. Everyone else got absolutely blown away. Somerset scored 427, picked up 5 points. That means the gap is 20 points before we even finish this contest. And we've done it. We've scored 23 points. So if Somerset score 8 points, then we're up the creek. But that's a good performance from the team. Gordon finishing with 4 to 60. Chris Rushworth got Virat Kohli for 17 as well. Kohli, who is not in great form. Let's see what's... Somerset won. Somerset beat Notts. Somerset are champions, 23 points. Fair play to them. We're going to take second position. I'm quite happy with that. I think that's a really, really good first season. We made the semi-final of the Royal London Cup. Sorry, we won the T20, semi-final, quarterfinal of the Royal London Cup, and County Championship, finishing second. What's also associated to this, which I'm going to touch on in the next episode, is how much money is associated to finishing in certain places, because there is a calculation you can do. This is like last year. Pujara topped the run scorers last year, 1,500 runs this year, not at us, but Ali Orr, 1,619 runs with 6 centuries. Pujara had 1 more century, but Orr was just awe-inspiring. He was an incredible player, did it superbly well. Tom Haynes with 1,000 runs on the season as well. Just gobsmacked how well we've been able to do. With the ball, George Garton, 76 wickets in Division 1. That's called officially making the jump and being good enough, isn't it? Critchley, what a signing. 846 runs and 41 wickets. That's elite player. Josh Bohannon, only the 1 century but average 40. Tom Alsop, I'm still good enough, Skip, leave me in the team. Bracey, good enough at 34 average. Jones, average 28. That's question marks about the sort of decision that I made with that. With the ball, 57 wickets for Ollie Robinson. That's a good return for the England player. Critchley, 41 at 32. Finn Hudson-Prentice, 37 at 38. I don't care it's at 38. He just picks up these wickets and gets on a run and runs through people. And Chrissy Rushworth, 29 at 30, I feel is good enough as well, actually. In the one-day competition, Tom Haynes was the best player with the bat, 92 strike rate. Ellery did really well as well, 260 runs at 32 with a strike rate of 99. And with the ball, Finn Hudson-Prentice, who else? Time and time again, he's the best player that we've got. And the Blast, we obviously we did very well for ourselves, even though it's not telling us how many wickets people got and where's half the team gone. But that is a very, very successful campaign. Pickens as well has even gone and improved his batting. He was one of the youth players that came through last year, and we've just kind of left him there. But things are definitely moving in the right direction. We've set some records as well, some overarching historical records. If we look at T20, most runs in the season, Ali Orr, most wickets in the season, Luke Wood, and fastest 50, 15 balls from Ali Orr, as well as heaps of partnerships. Nothing on the first class front, which is surprising considering Ollie Robinson scored all those runs, but he's been in a 110th wicket partnership before. One day competition, there's Tom Haines and James Brace's 177 there, and in the Blast, Haines or Allsop or Finn Hudson-Prentice, Bapara, all there. And next year, the amount of money that we've got to play with is going to be so much more. We'd probably get about 140,000 for the T20 trophy, probably about 120 grand for the championship and the challenge trophy. So I think what it means is next year we're going to be able to bring in an overseas player to fill in that top 6 slot. But I hope you've enjoyed this. Next year, we're going to do the same again. We're going to pick a team, make some signings based on data out of PowerBI. We're going to have a look at the finances. And we are going to build a team that is going to go on and win the county championship next season. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time.